Hi everybody, Andrews here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video part, which is number 3 components. I will have already gone over with Luinor L2 for this first part, and after that, I have a separate second part that represents the Strike Factory V3 and Nautilus N3 review and the smaller components of the battle towers. They include 2 yellow 2-player scorebars with the 2 blue arrows, and also 2 4-player scorebars with 4 yellow arrow pieces. Later, I will have already gone over with battle towers' largest components made out of transparent plastic material, and one of it is like hard plastic. At the same time, I will have already purchased stickers. The sticks are on there while go over with larger components of this base stadium, one by one, I think. If not, you can feel free to correct me though. You can feel free to correct me that it is because I already gone over with larger components of this base stadium and apply the smaller components to the each segments of this base stadium. So without further ado, let's go over it. First, we start with a Luinor L2 starter pack from Beyblade Birthday Evolution. And also, this instruction can only depict red left free spinning launcher, which works with a left spin Beyblade. First component we have here is a Luinor L2 energy layer, which is known as Lost Longinus layer in Takano terminology. As you can see, this layer is symmetrical because it has everything else in both sides. Once it's comes to the each side, we have each one metal dragon head, whose spikes and hairy designated to be another to be sharper, more realistic than that of the El Drago 1 and El Drago 2 face both motifs. I mean, just El Drago 1 and 2 motifs. We have a dragon head with a nice. It kind of looks like that of a velociraptor with a red eye, 2 red eyes. It kind of looks like a velociraptor. It also has 2 horns that made to be out of metal material. Same goes with the multiple hairy, sharp edges like thingies. That's what the mixer looks like, and that is to the passing through the black castana and the cloudy plastic material. Well, maybe the flat like crack thingy like a lightning emitted from the Luinor's mouth. and also we have the sword edges next to the each one metal dragon head. Has the greenish navy blueberry points that has a triangular nails on it. Nails on it. It's right. It's like above of the nicest detailed, creative details of a dragon's wings. Because of because of two bones thinking for the dragon wing, and it has a tail with the yellow lightning bolts right here. So that's really so nice. It has a cloudy base on top of a white base on its back with a QR code, so you can go ahead and scan it. And yes, it has a in the middle. It's really so built in. For me to go over the components, and after the 11, I don't think it really is a good idea. So I'm going to hold on to hold both everything about the Luinor L2s on. So I'm going to I guess I'm going to the sleep probably at the little bit more than 11 o'clock in the evening. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, guys, I'm back from basically back from the bed. Now we have here is not the 9 disc. Coincidentally, there's the 9 ends sticking the around one another. At least 9 ends, 9 letters called N. So okay, guys, I'm back in front of the bed this morning. Now we have here the 9 disc. Coincidentally, there's a 9 and letters circling each other around while getting stuck. That's what happened. Each nine to make it a perfect circle, just a perfect kind of a perfect circle, and spinning around it and around it and around. For this left side, we have the top end that doesn't have any. Oh, I noticed that any just a little bit bars on its top ankle on the left. And here we got to the ankle of the second top end, which contains 3 pieces of the longest triangle. And same goes that the middle end on the left, but exception of that, the lower part has a pole sinking. That wasn't makes it looks like it. I guess it wasn't mixed like I cannot remember what's the name of the garden tool that I can scrape the dirt back in front of me. I did that since I wasn't a Montgomery middle schooler. Yes, the middle schoolers. That's like a long time ago. And also we have the letter N that shares the same three pieces of the longest triangle. And same goes with the two top letter N's going like an upside down, but it's still the same position. Except for that each three pieces goes down as you can flip, and it never like a stop. Well, kind of. And also it has just like in the middle, there of course there's the letter N with two pieces of a triangle with that. Okay, with that pixel guardian thingy or something else that I could not remember. In the top view, next to the two ends, I noticed that there is a oh. So as you can see, there's a two letter. That means you can see the two letter N. So that has a three piece triangle right next to that of the two semi pieces of the triangle with the lower part that is like I think that looks like the longer stem of a lily pad, and it never the stop. It's never like a stop. That's my impression. That's my impression with the two letter N's with a triangle on the tops, and a one that has the two pieces of the triangle, and the lower part. It looks like the stick leg. That's what goes on the three both sides. That's what goes on the three sizes, completely into a whole disc. Oh, sorry. And not only that, you can see that not only six, but at least nine protrusions, and creating daily the same number of angles on the front view of this disc. We also have two stars on its back. We also have 9 angles creating the hollow angles on this disc. Here is a spiral performance tip, whose flat-ended tip is the same as a regular LF tip. But this spiral tip doesn't have the three wings. Instead, you can see that there is two wings stick together with a circular base thingy, creating the lower view of the tornado. Yes, tornado or a spiral like weathering thingy. And also, I noticed that there's the mirror version of the letter S center with the spiral tip. And this is the motif. This is a motif that you can see the counterclockwise spirals with multiple dots, longer dots going out. It's like a It has the 5-7 lines outside the counterclockwise pinwheel with a donkey sharp edges. Here is this is the regular Hasbro Burst Ripcord. Both red left and right, blue left, red left, and blue right free spinning launchers. The shares the same ripcord. Shares the same ripcord because you notice that there's multiple teeth to facing downward, and with a little bit of a string on the edge. And for the letter, and for this the stomper part of the teeth, there is a hollow rectangular part in the just above the upside down the right triangle hollow as well. I mean, filled in. And there's also the bars thinking that kind of looks like the fireworks rocket to me, because of the cone shape sticking together with a cylinder part, compared to the smaller of that cylinder part. And for the T handle, it kind of looks like that of a light launcher 2 from the Metal Fight. But we notice that there's an upside down trapezoid filled in the middle of the 4 teeth and 6 smaller trapezoid as well. Same goes for the 2 halves of the circle. And you notice what makes it a T is that it looks sort of flimsy to me. And when you flip it, you see that there's a little bit similar shape to the parallelogram with that dot on it. When you if flip it upside down, that works with the red launcher. Here we have the only one red launcher that comes from Luinor 2 top only, and that is red left free spinning launcher. When it's come to the remodel, here's like 2 tabs center with a brand name Beyblade right here. Make it easier for me to launch Beyblade burst toss, but something that has to be the left spin. What I mean to say is energy layer has to be the left rotation and dual spin as well. And also, you can see there's an arrow on the lower part of this launcher, and that you can fully insert a ripcord through this launcher. Here's what happened if I pull the ripcord. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Every time you pull the ripcord from either red or blue free spinning launchers, the prawns has started to already keep spinning. That's what the gimmick is. Looks similar to that of a bay wheels launchers. And as I already tested the bay wheels launchers, the prawns that keeps on spinning until it starts to slow down. Just like this launcher's tabs, right? This keep spinning until it slows down. Now here goes how many revs that this left launcher has. Whoa, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first quarter. That looks really so nice. And back to that launcher in which I just playing around. There's just 3 bars akin to that lights from the Belated by Takaro to me. They are higher below of the 2 holes that you can see easily. And this one, we have the 4. We have on both sides of these launchers. We can see there's 3 bars with 4 gaps. Really easy for me to explain it like that. And this one, this is where you can attach any launchers or whatever you want, including blue launchers, which I'm going to go over. But the problem is that if you want to try the left and right launchers, you can simply launch Beyblade Burst tops just one by one. It isn't because what's inside the launcher? The red part blocks the ripcord's way. Same goes for that of blue launcher. I really go over kind of little changes. I mean the little changes, which is like kind of opposite to that of red launcher. Nevertheless, the remodel remains the same. But for the tabs, you can see there is left upside half of a. We can see the upside down trapezoid, left half upside down trapezoid tabs, and the carving into it like a perfect circle. And also you can see that there is like hollow in it. Boop. There's a product number, and there's a multiple numbers in the hollow parts that not that bad. And this is also the where you can see the ripcord on its back wheels. So here what it looks like. Ooh, yes. And as I already said once, as I already said again, from the GP02's Luinor L2 video, she had the experience of these launchers, but defective on her own sometime. As she pulled the ripcord moderately, Luinor efforts, speed / performances, man, definitely okay. Really so normal. But when she pulled the ripcord so hard, she saw the Luinor L2 that fell down. So that's what she thinks her red left launcher to be somewhat defective. I don't get it. Why the JP02, the Luinor's L2 toilet keep falling out every time that she pulled her ripcord. Maybe they could be defective or something. And also before me, I have Jake, aka Illinois reflected JP02's experience with this red launcher. And as Jake pulled the ripcord so hard, but he noticed that it remains different from that of a JP02, and that is for his Luinor L2 like. Just occasionally simply doing its performance faster, way faster, with a higher frequency because of a spiral performance tip. Before I go over with the letter T Hasbro free spinning ripcord with this both switch strike and riptide ripcords, I'll start with the wavegrams. Here goes my second copy of a Luinor L2 because shiny dragon heads, which is good for me to prepare my second Luinor L2 top arm for battle. Now for the Luinor L2 layer, 14.9 grams, the 9 discs, and then it's a 20.3 grams, spiral, 5.5 grams. As I already tested the slopes off camera, I noticed that the mechanism in slope is normal, just occasionally normal. I'm not too sure if my another Luinor L2, whose dragon has became to be oxidized. Well, perhaps I'm going to figure out how the Luinor L2 slopes can be the same or different from that of my top of the same name. It looks really so awesome because it is pretty brand new. It's pretty brand new compared to what I showed on the screen right here. I already have a Luinor L2's whose dragon head is they are like oxidized. And performance tips is completely brand new compared to my another spiral tip, which is like a virtual of where it is counterclockwise pinwheel, akin to that of a medial outrigger like this. And I also, this is my new Meteor El Draco. I also have other Meteor El Draco as well. Now, I'm going to compare the ripcords. Just as simply go over, since I went over with the letter T, free spinning ripcord. Well, there's a no hole. There's a just simply a no hole, but it looks similar to that handle of a light launcher 2 from the Metal Fights by Takaro Tomy. And also it has a bar right at the one tip on the edge. There's a no string wheel for space thingy, as I already saw from a Hasbro Metal Saga ripcord. Should we say the original / plastic ripcord because of the reinforcements? But for this tip, you do not need well, you do not need the reinforcements, just the flat teeth facing down. And for the switch drive ripcord, there's a hole with the dots on the plastic material, which you can use it as an opportunity logically. Imagine it's the sun, but the edges, they're like curve. With a perfect circle built in, not that bad. As I would like to fix my own mistakes. If you're like me, I thought that the top part of the letter T handle aligns with that of a Swiss strike with a hole on its handle. You may think, do you think it is? Do you think it is a T? Oh yes, I noticed that the letter T ripcord could like it's the first quarter the first quarter smaller than that of the Swiss dry ripcord, but once you align it correctly, in which this T doesn't have the plugin that you can switch modes for latest pricings. Left, left Astro and right Artemis slash A384. When you combine the both light and dark sub layers into the one eclipse, just in at least one eclipse energy layer, I noticed that as I would like to already have align it correctly. Yeah, the tip of a Swiss strike ripcord is kind of a little bit taller than that of free spinning ripcord. Not even this ripcord could have both teeth on both sides, not even the curved lines for the smile or the sad expression. Aha. Aha. And for the Riptide ripcord, it's at the same size as the Switch Tray ripcord, and that is a little bit longer than that of the free spinning ripcord. But first, you would start to align the standard ripcord with the letter T on it, and that is you can extend it and sync. Imagine that the riptide could have first quarter and little bit more than first quarter longer than that of ripcord from the Baby Burst starter package. Starter pack. And first to the battle sets like an Epic Rifles battle set and Avatar Attack battle set. And not to mention the Rift Fires, like the Rift Fire Battery V2 and the Splicing Ace 2. And so on. And for the launchers, I noticed I have a couple of changes. You can have the one hole representing this. This works with a lesbian tops only. Lesbian tops only from the burst format. From the burst format. And for the prawns, as you let it rip, it keeps on the tabs that keeps on spinning until they start to slow down and later stop. And it doesn't have it may not have both sides like a Swiss Strike and Slingshot launchers. And I almost forgot about the Riptide Blast launcher. Sorry. The model of this launcher is shaped like the brick. It's actually shaped like the brick. And it has an okay grip. It's kind of a little bit better than that of the Slingshot launcher. As some Beybladers make concerns, both sides of the Slingshot launchers they cannot be the good and or bad. As we concern if it launches as we launch the recklessly, we may drop this recorder by accident. So that's why you can hold it tight. Here's watch. And the tabs compared to that of a red launcher. The prawns that only stop if you pull the ripcord, just like that of a Switch Drive launcher. Watch. The prawns stop. The color is green, and with it gonna look like and bigger button variation of the Pokeball. That's like my impression. Really so nice. And all the complicated as some people might think. Just so you can see, it works with both right and left spin Beyblade burst tops. Really so nice. But for the gripper, it's kinda okay, but not that cute as a red launcher, which shaped like a brick. And also, red launcher that may not be cute as the Switch Strike launcher, which tends to be the bulkier. It also has two gaps to make it easier and make it easily tight for me to pull the ripcord. And the tab stops as I put a ripcord like this. It looks like a logo of a square, the square shape of square shape like logo of a brand to me. It also has less basic hollows. Not that bad. And for Riptide launcher, as I would like to test a regular ripcord. Let's see how this works. Oh, I wonder if this affects the ribcage launcher. No. Nope. Unlike the upper three launchers and the two blue launchers, you can see that there's a QR code on it, just like that of a golden string launcher, dual thread launcher, precision strike launcher, and the Escalier sword launcher. The only ripcord you can work is to insert this ripcord like this, and this is how it affects the rip gauge meter. And this, I prefer this side much better than that. Represented, you can call it's a control. How do I say that? Make a control. You can flip ripcord down. Let's see how this works. The meter, it says the rip gauge that tells your measured at your launch. Well, it is a little bit weak. Same goes with this one. Oh, I noticed that. Oh, yes, I know that. As I pull it, I must have drive the arrow. It's halfway of power. Not that bad. It's like the shark type, and much more bigger than that of three launchers like Swiss Strike, Slingshot, and Red Left Free Spinning launchers. It looks like a shark, and which is meant to be the tribute for the Forney's F4 top. Forney's F4 top because of its shape looks like a shark fin, dorsal fin, shark head, and so on. And what's the best part? There's a reinforcement to protect your fingers. It's good, which is good and much better than that of the back view of the sword launcher, because it doesn't have the reinforcement, so you better be careful with the Escalier sword launcher. With the face, pretty much hollow. So that's it for the comparing the ripcords and that of four launchers as much as I can. And oh, I forgot about yes, there's a backfield where you can set either slingshot launcher on its back, or switch strike ripcords. Same goes with the front view, in that you can use the back. The back holds up a switch strike ripcord or the slingshot launcher. And also, you can insert any ripcord, but sword ripcord and riptide blast ripcord. Just simply insert. Oh, that's really so nice. Oh. Oh no. Yes, you can insert. Yes, because slingshot and switch strike launchers, it has a lower hole. Has a lower hole on both sides of them. Has a good compatible with a right spin launcher. That's what leaves a slingshot and switch strike launcher to be compatible with the blue launchers because of upper holes on both sides. I'm going to hold on to it to see what happened. Just what simply happened. What simply happened if I would launch two lead spins burst tops at the same time. And switch right launcher. Oh crap. Man. Both holes. That gaps of the red launcher and that plug thingy is really so loose, which is not that good, but it looks very so comfortable. Either way, you can do the switch strike and the slingshot launchers to attach red spin launcher. And you can use this as an opportunity as a gripper of a string launchers, like a regular golden string launcher that comes from the master kit, and the dual thread launcher. Same goes from that of Scalia's sword launcher and precision strike launcher because of that because of the both openings and also the plug thingies.